Is it working? Okay. Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. I was just about to click the button to warp till next morning, but I just remembered that we have missions coming in low and hot over here that we do need. They do need our full attention, and yeah, this is what we'll do this episode. Just manage and take care of all the missions that we have underway right now. We need to get them back, and we need to get them back safely. We can do this one to test the heat shield of the launch side. That is like free money at this point, and I'm not gonna say no to free money. How the heck do we still have 6 missions? We completed like 3 in the last one. Oh, not exactly, because we haven't yeah, we haven't finished this one because we haven't returned yet. But yeah, we can do like the nerve and the heat shield in one go over here. Just a quick basically free money thingy. Just like that. The nerve is the new nuclear engine that we're gonna have available relatively soon, and it's like among the most efficient engines that there are out there. Yeah, look at that. Like the Terrier has the 345 specific impulse in a vacuum. The Nerve has 800 specific impulse in the vacuum. So it has and they have roughly the same thrust in the vacuum. So it is even though it's bigger, it does have as much thrust than the Terrier, but is way more efficient. It doesn't use liquid. It doesn't use oxidizer, but it doesn't have a vectoring gimbal, so it's a little bit harder to control. But all things considered, I think it's pretty good. Let's be honest. And the 2.5 heat shield, just put it on top, just to test it like this. All right, let's just launch this bad boy over here, test both of them out. Okay, how do we do this? Do we just we will have the run test here, and that does that, and we can launch this. Doesn't even have look at this, with just a probe and the engine and a fuel tank and of course a heat shield. The engine does not have enough power to take off. That shows the fact that it's just very weak in terms of thrust, but it's not thrust that we're looking for. With that engine is efficiency, and when we'll get to it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so the plan for this episode, we're first going to take care of Valentina and her return, triumphant return from Minmus, hopefully. Then at some point we'll also have to take care of Jebediah and his return from outside of Kerbin influence. But before we do that, we also have to take care of there it is. Yeah, we also have to take care of Bob and his tourist trying to get back from their orbit around the moon, and not the moon, around Kerbin, but after their mission on the moon. And it is pretty difficult because it's out of power. We have no way to couple it, no way to generate power, and no way to control it. So it's gonna go down on its own accord, and it's probably gonna burn up in the atmosphere. So we'll let it run first time, see how it works out. We'll quick save and everything that is need to. But if it doesn't work out, I plan on a daring rescue operation. We'll try and send in Valentina Kerman because she's gonna land in 1 day, and this is gonna take 2 days until it gets back. I'll plan to send her on a mission to intercept Bob Kerman before he gets back into the atmosphere. Have Bob grab all the science on board and transfer to the new ship, and just leave the tourist out for anything. Just say, sorry dude, we tried our best. You know what you're getting into. There's nothing else that we can do. We can terminate all this debris that we do not need, and there is just cluttering us. But yeah, let's fly the Minmus mission and let's get it back. This one is safe. It doesn't have any problem. Even if I let's say, mess things up and burn up, let's say, we can just thrust a little bit higher and we have power. That's the problem with the other one. It doesn't have power and it burns up. And like the biggest problem is that the thing that it seems to burn up the most, I don't necessarily care about science at this point, but what happens to burn is the extra probe that I attached on top of the command pod, and you know, in order to control the ship, because Bob is obviously is a scientist and doesn't know shit about piloting, and that makes it so that you know, you lose the parachute over here. You only have the drogue chute, which is just not strong enough. Look at that thing. We are coming back from Minmus, but while doing so, where the fuck even is Minmus? Like, it's must be so far away. Yeah, it's like, yeah, there it is. But we're coming back from Minmus and we're going like beneath the moon. That's pretty impressive. Alright, so I did quick save. Let's speed up. Obviously, just interested into returning back to Kerbin. And we're gonna return back and things are gonna get in, and they're gonna get in pretty hot. But see, this time we have the engine, we have like way more than enough fuel. You know, we have control over it and stuff. We can retract the communications array first, because we do not want to lose this while re-entering. We can start to activate the radiator, and once we get closer we can also like retract the solar panels, because obviously under the intense friction of the atmosphere those will can get lost. Let's just put it that way. We are coming in kind of like an angle from the planet, but I think we are roughly coming in on the like the lit up side. Not exactly. Wow, look at that angle. Holy crap. But yeah, that's what you know, as Norline hates to say it in his videos, like he hates three-dimensional space. Bro, that's what, you know, space is all about. Alright, so we're not gonna get anything from these solar panels at this point anyway, because we're gonna get blocked by the planet, so might as well retract them. And prepare for re-entry, everyone. Valentina Kerman. Also, last episode, very, very long, but I see now that even he, and by he I mean, you know, Norline is going into like extremely long episode. We have quite the speed that we need to burn off. 3,220, like 30 meters. That is a lot, and we're gonna heat up. But this time, you know, as I said, I am not afraid, because even if it goes wrong, it's not too bad, and we can slow down more using our engine. Well, the landing gear, we should retract them so they're not as exposed. They do create a little bit more drag if we keep them exposed, but I don't think that's what we want. Instead, I want to use the engine in order to slow myself down as well. Now, this is not always the best idea, because while you do slow yourself down, you also get the periapsis lower, which means that you're going further deeper into the atmosphere and burning up even further. So this might be slightly botched. At some point we'll need to rise up like the phoenix from the ashes. We're gonna rise. Come on. Are we really? We're going very down very fast. Yes, this engine can slow us down. We're basically doing kind of like a powered descent, and this is like the right way to do it. You don't want to like slow down while you're still outside in the orbit, because you're gonna speed up again anyway. So, you know, you want to slow down as close to the periapsis as possible in order to also lower the apoapsis. Yeah, we did. We're coming back. We are coming back on this turn right here. We're not gonna go for another orbit. Yeah, we had like way more than enough fuel, so therefore that's what is gonna happen. We don't not need to burn anymore. We're gonna burn off the rest of the speed, just aero braking through the surface, and we are not really overheating that badly. We are losing power, but we have enough charged store in order to keep ourselves on the prograde and therefore safe from like losing the parachute or the science module. I'm not exactly sure where we are landing because it's all dark. This happens every single time. Unfortunately, I have a very bad habit. Seems that there's a little patch of land over there if you look at it. We might be getting over the space center. If I know my geography right, we flew over the desert, so I think right now we are sort of like over the space center, probably a little bit. So that if they look up, they can see like this flaming ball of spacecraft with Valentina inside, just like wave at it. Hey Valentina, what's up? Please, I'm burning alive here. Now you're fine. Just keep your head down. Everything's gonna be cool. Approaching your final destination here, and that is Kerbin. And landing gear are heating up quite substantially. Other parts as well, like the side parts, you know, the solar panels, the batteries. The engine a little bit, but the engine can take quite a heating, and it's not gonna go down that easily. Hope we don't encounter any mountains on the way, but I don't think so. We're probably going to land either in the ocean, you know, very close to the space center, or like in the grasslands or something like that, or on the shores. I don't think we're gonna land in any mountains. And there you go, we have entered the last part of the atmosphere, and we can even keep these parts and land, you know, with the landing gear. That's the advantage if you keep this thing with you. And after with this mission, we're gonna get a fuck ton of science, like coming back from Minmus, and okay, we're deploying the parachutes. Just gonna wait for them to like fully deploy. Can like speed up a little bit. Yeah, we're going into the ocean, and not too far away from the space center, if I know my geography a little bit, so it's gonna be like very cheap to recover as well. It seems that the stack decoupler has suffered some damage, and the heat shield is exposed, but that's not really that big of a deal. The drogue chute has deployed, and that is the problem. Like, if only the drogue chute survives re-entry on that other ship, it doesn't slow you enough to like you know, land. It only slows you to like 50 meters per second, which is way too fast to impact the Earth. So nobody would survive into that one, and that's why we just need to have the other parachute survive at all costs. Like even with this, even this is pretty fast, and I have to like use the engine to slow myself down, you know, like roughly like that. But with like without that, without those parachutes, then we can't do anything. 7 meters per second is more tolerable, but or 6 meters, but like 50, that's just dead fish. And we have splashed down successfully. And since we have done that, I don't think I've ever had any Kerbal splashdown since we got the upgrade on the R&D lab. So we're gonna get out and take a surface sample. Taking a sample of the water. It appears to drastically increase the surface humidity of anything it touches. And that's what water does. And yeah, that's also some new science that we haven't gotten before. And we're gonna recover. And boy, we're gonna be rich, as famous Reno Jackson might say when played. And look at that, Valentina is already level 2 pilot. That's a lot of experience to gain, and it is indeed wonderful. We have like new missions that we can do over here. Scientific data from space around Kerbin. This is once again just like easy money, so we're just gonna grab it. And now also all these amazing milestones: recovered, returned home from the surface of Minmus, returned home from a flyby of Minmus, returned home from an orbit of Minmus. So first, let's do all the science that we can science with all this science. For science, specialized control. advanced landing. That will be necessary, and with supersonic flight, we can definitely get to like the more advanced and advanced aerodynamics. We can get the more advanced like aircrafts. Scanning tech will be useful. It's like a new kind of technology that allows you to do even more science. The atmospheric fluid spectrovariometer, and with the surface scanning module and survey scanner, can allow you to have details of the planet, and you know, in preparations for like mining technology that we have next. More electronics also will give us the seismic accelerometer, which is another science thing that we'll have to like go and redo all these missions again. High power electronics give us like better solar panels and like fuel cells. Uh, yeah, there's many science that we can science, but for now we'll just science. We'll get I don't think I want to like make docking. I don't think I want to think about docking right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab these two in order to prepare for supersonic flight and advanced aerodynamics, and I'm gonna grab the let me see, miniaturization. This gives us like the relay antenna and the communitron. Are these like better? Direct, and this one is relay, but don't we have a relay antenna already? Yeah, this one is as well. I guess it's like better. 2G, combinable, packet size 1 meets, bandwidth 2.8 meets per second, and how much is this? 5.713 meets per second, but the packet size is 2. This seems better. I guess it's like it's because it's like it has advanced pathfinding algorithms. Maybe that's why it's a little bit better. I don't know. Ugh. I might also need to get advanced landing if we got that in order for the airplanes, huh? And let's just get scanning tech for now, and we're gonna get more science as time goes on. We have so many missions that we need to do to the moon and to Minmus, you know, to explore out the biomes. Like, if you do with all the scientific equipment that you can unlock, if you do missions to all the biomes on Kerbin, Moon, and Minmus, you can unlock all this tech tree, and you don't need to go to any other planet in order to unlock all this tech tree. Man, we've been in this space program for like 30 days, huh? Alright, so this is where things are gonna get slightly rough, let's just say. We're gonna get to this ship and we're gonna pray, because there's nothing else that we can do on this one. Is that the moon? Wait, is this? Oh, the moon is like behind Kerbin. I thought like, how the fuck are we so far? But no, we are relatively fine. But yeah, have no control over this. No, and pressing keys, as you might hear, doesn't do jack shit. Yeah, we just have to get back the old-fashioned style, and we can get back. The problem is, I'm not sure we can survive getting back, and that's like the big issue. You know, you kind of want to survive, and you know, sending a mission to like recover him while he's in orbit is very difficult. Wow, I really like how that moon. Look, did you see that scene? How the moon was slowly going behind Kerbin, but because we were coming around from this side, and because it was going so slow, we kept seeing it. That was quite the scene over there. But quite the scene or not, we're gonna have to go for another little dip in the atmosphere, you know, just a small dip. That's how we work out, one dip at a time. Whoa, okay. But yeah, one dip at a time. Here's the problem: it just goes straight down as a bullet, because obviously it will orient itself in the most aerodynamic way possible, and the most aerodynamic way possible is that way. And shit is heating up really badly. Alright. We're still going down, so you know, if it hits up this badly now, then what will happen if we go even lower? And you know, you don't want to start asking those questions because, uh, like once again, I don't care about all the scientific module. I just want the ship to survive, but the probe is the one that will overheat no matter what we do. And losing the probe means that we also lose this. Basically, this has been a learning mission. Let's consider it that way. We know for future missions, equip solar panels on every fucking inch of the ship. You don't want to run out of power. No, sir, no. I don't know. It's just like small design flaws on top of another, and eventually we get to this like place where we just have everything botched up. Oh boy. Anyhow, we're gonna survive this passing, but the problem is that with each further passing, we're gonna go slower. I mean, deeper into the atmosphere, and not sure if we're going to survive. Not to mention that this one is not going fast enough. So what we want to do is we want to slow down while we are at the periapsis in order to lower this one and have like smaller speed while we are here, so we can return safely. At least we can enjoy a very beautiful view of the deserts from over here. Both the Bob and Linena Kerman can do that. It's also very annoying that, yeah, that part is full, so it's not gonna work. It's very annoying that we just cannot, get the tourist out like this. I would want to get him out just to like transfer him into another ship, but no, sir, the tourist cannot get out under any circumstances, so we're boned. Okay, so the plan would be something like this. We would want to rendezvous over here in like 1 day and 2 hours and 48 minutes. Like, you want to launch like at such a precise timing in order to do this. It is really annoying. So you want to launch so that when it like it takes like 20 minutes to do an orbit around Kerbin. So if we want to meet it over here, then we'll have to launch when it's like roughly over here. 2 hours and 36. Wow, that's yeah, it's because it's accelerating the faster it gets there. Like when it's roughly over here, that's when we would want to launch Valentina's mission. Okay, so first, let's go to the space center. Obviously, it's nighttime right now, so I mean, I guess we can safely warp to the next morning, and we're not gonna suffer from any problems. I hope not. All right, that's lovely indeed. Atmospheric surveys. I think for this one we need like, oh, it's like with pressure readings. Okay. Orbit of the moon, surveys near, yeah, fuck it, I don't really care. We want to make a new ship. It must be a ship that must be able to reach orbit and retrieve someone back from it. So we're gonna start from like the Tourist Express. We're gonna start from the second mooncraft, but we're gonna remove like some parts. Like, we are not going to need the lander stage, quite obviously. We're not gonna need the science. We are not going to be concerned with science right now, so no extra weight is gonna go onto this one. Not at all. Just remove everything that is not of our concern. We're gonna keep the parachutes, obviously. We will put in, I guess, a lander can in order to like try and slow ourselves down over here. Do we have anything bigger? That is way too big and that is way too small, so I think you'll have to do with this decoupler and this over here, and we're gonna take this out and we're gonna put in solar panels and not mess up this time with the solar panels. Hopefully, please and thank you. We do have the Vasco atmospheric. We need to do science with this thing as well, and fuck it, we're gonna put it on. Put it on over here. It looks terrible. This thing is huge. Alright, but you know, we need to do more science, so yeah. Solar panels. Okay, focus now, focus. This mission is like very, very daring. Let's just like put it that way. And we definitely need like this is gonna get us into orbit, so we need something that is way more maneuverable and has less thrust. So I think the Harrier is gonna be good enough for that, and would be lovely if we had a decoupler for it as well, quite obviously. Alright, we did that. Looks fine. Let's put a bunch of like good old regular solar panels over here, just to like make 100% sure that everything is alright. Lights can be slightly better oriented so it doesn't block off like the main part over here. That was another issue that we had before. And yeah, this final lander stage is just gonna land back to Kerbin, and everything else should be fine. Just gonna go up with Valentina on board, and the empty seat over here. I thought the lander can take 2 people, couldn't it? Minimum crew to operate 1. Alright, just 1. Well, as I said, we cannot move the tourist anyhow. Like the most ideal way to do this is you'd want to like meet them at the periapsis while they're in the atmosphere and try to slow them down there, but that is like impossible. There's no way you can do that. That is just bad for business. Like they're gonna come in at 3,000 meters per second, and while we are taking off at like roughly 2,000 or something, so they're just gonna smash into us. So yeah, we can't do that. So we'll just call this one like rescue craft 1 and save. Have anything else? Let me see. I just want to make sure that I didn't oversave over this one. Okay, that's good and lovely. Rescue craft 1. This is it. He's gonna have to do. I'm very sorry for the tourist, but as I said, he knew what he was getting into. There's nothing to be done for him right now, so we're gonna take a pretty rough reputation hit from losing him, but there's really nothing else that we can do. I mean, I'm not even sure I can do this rescue mission, let alone, you know, trying to conceivably save the tourist. So first we're gonna go in here. We're gonna have Bob get out from the ship like 1 more time in order to grab all the scientific experiments from outside the ship, so he has them like within reach. I don't like the fact that the ship is like starting to move around, but it's fine, I guess. Okay, careful now. Nice and slow. Start from the bottom. Okay, get closer to this. Okay, collect data. Remove data. We can restore functionality if we want, because we are a scientist. The only advantage of having Bob on this mission is that we could have reused all the scientific data that we had on board, but the first time where it's like the first time where we actually don't care about that. Okay, now the mystery goo container, collect data. This and this we have not used them, so we'll have to go to the other one and say, wait, oh, log pressure data. I might have misread them. Take data. Okay, just take data. Take data. Store everything inside. Very good, excellent, excellent work. Now just getting this like wobbly out of control ship. This has been fucking doomed from the get-go. Alright. And there's no way around it. We are, we are gonna burn up. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna like see how the ship goes up in flames if you want to. So we want to meet it like roughly over here somewhere. It's like also it's like slightly inclined. It's not like perfectly in an orbit, so we have to like deal with inclination as well. At this point I'm just saying, fuck it, let's just move on with this mission. It doesn't survive, I don't care at this point. It's Bob and like the three main astronauts, from what I remember, do get respawned if they die. You cannot lose them. But still, it's like it's that little pride in me that wants to like try, its best to like do this. So one day, 24 minutes, 23 minutes. Okay, so you want, wait, is this like, yeah, it's like one day. So when it's like one day on the dot, kind of like over here. Okay, warp it to over here. And then when you get there, we're gonna want to switch back to the space center and launch Valentina. Get her into an orbit, get aligned on the orbit, and try to get there. Wait, stop right now. Yeah, and the problem is that we're launching on the dark side. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. So where did we say? We would say we'd meet there. How much do we have? Okay, we can warp for like, 10 more minutes, I guess. And then we'll launch it. It's very precarious mission, dude. Not going to lie. It's very likely that we are not going to be able to save them. But at least, rest assured, we tried our best. Valentina Kerman, you are requested to participate in an extremely dangerous emergency mission. Get on board. Details will follow. Alright, Valentina Kerman, briefing up. For this mission, you'll be required to help us bring Bob Kerman and all the scientific data back to Kerbin from its current mission going around the moon. So get into orbit as fast as you can and stand by for further details. Roger that. Valentina on the way. Over. Don't know why Valentina sounded like a man, but yeah, they're Kerbals. I mean, we do not even know if they're male or female. For all we know, they could be like hermaphrodites. Okay, the ship is much smaller than what we usually perform the moon landing with, so therefore we're gonna get like a lot faster into the orbit. We're gonna have a lot more fuel. Fuel is not our concern though. The concern is that we need to get like aligned almost perfectly in order to get oh shit. Okay, dump them. Oh, that was bad. Hey, we're just gonna revert flight. This is why it's pretty bad to like dump the engines while you're still in the atmosphere and your ship is tilted, because the engine that is on top will fall over on the ship and make it explode, go boom. But that is fine, don't even worry about it. As we didn't have to deal with enough shit already. Come on, don't tell me that you're wobbling as well. Oh fuck, I forgot to take the atmosphere analysis from Kerbin's shores. We're gonna redo them all once again, we'll have to do them like when we are on the launch pad, when we are on the runway, when we are in the water, when they are on the shores, when we're in the grasslands, mountains, highlands, grasslands, ice caps, deserts, So this is like why, you know, it's a little bit annoying as you discover more and more science, is because you have to keep going back and redo all these state missions. Okay, so we're gonna detach them like this so you don't have any risks of, like, you know, hitting the sides of the ship with the parts. Okay, get yourself into orbit. I mean, worst case scenario, you just have to redo this mission on a slightly different calculations, but yeah, it's like worse than that. So we're gonna go once around and we're gonna come back, and god damn, it's pretty high orbit over here that we're gonna need. Valentina Kerman is not afraid. Valentina Kerman knows that everything relies on her to complete this mission. Little atmosphere, make sure you're properly seated up if you plan going outside. How about that? Okay, detach, deploy, get aligned. Mr. McCoy. I don't know, I just felt like doing a rhyme there for no reason. Oh boy, let's do this. Okay, closing in ever so slowly. Getting slight moment of lag there for no reason, but should be fine. We're gonna burn to get ourselves into the orbit that we need, and after that we will do additional adjustments. It's not even the first one. The first one is the one that is Jeb's one. It's the second one. It's even further away. Oh, just a load of baloney. And these kids is why rescue missions are so hard. Okay, time warp me. A little bit further. And now get back. It's coming, man. Don't sweat it. And burn again. This should help us get into the orbit. Very good. Alright, so now set this as target. A target position and intersect 1 and 2. Okay, so here's the deal though. While you are over here, add maneuver, burn prograde. Is it like too late to do it then? What is this? Like, this is intersect 1, intersect 2, target position. Oh my god, it's so late. Really? Huh. Might have like misjudged the time that it takes us to get in around. And this is our first intersect, and this is where it's gonna be. And this is our second intersect, and this is where it's gonna be. But if we like burn over here, like, shouldn't it be... How much it takes us to get over here? 1 hour. Yeah, that's not pretty. Not pretty at all. Man, I have really overestimated or underestimated the time that it takes us to get here. I need to think about this a little bit. Okay, so intersect 1, Kerbal apoapsis. Target position at intersect 1. Very well. So you need to do the mission earlier. Well, we already made a quick save, there's no earlier than that. All we can do is like wait for this to go on to another passing around and then do it again. Do it again. Like do something like this, but also like rise it up the other way. So I'm looking. That is way too far away. So this is something along the lines of what we would want in order to get an encounter with them. The only problem is when that encounter is gonna happen. We can wait, if I click it twice, there you go, you can see like how it's gonna look in like multiple orbits of mine, and god damn it, it gets far away again, huh? Wait, but this is like where we will be and target position. Okay. Here's another question. Can we try to intersect them over there with a strong burn? Oh, wait. We had it for a second. So this is intersect 1 and this is target position intersect 1. Wow, we're so far away. Oh. Nah. Bummer. Real bummer. Like, you know, right now you might be feeling the frustration that I am feeling whenever I watch like Norderlion's videos and he doesn't understand maneuver nodes. But the thing is that my operation is like on a whole lot level of complication than his. We have to like predict where this ship is gonna be, you know, taking not only like all the three-dimensional axes in consideration, but also time as well. So that's just like, you know, fucking impossible. But yeah, my initial plan of like you know, waiting him out over here, not go quite as planned. As planned, get it? So wait, if we go like, just like warp me over here, where is this gonna be? Where is this gonna be when we warp like all the way around? Is it really gonna fly off that fast? Wait a second, how about if we add a maneuver here? We are really strapped for time though. Target position. It's gonna fly past us, dude. Holy shit. Should have done this way sooner. Yeah, there's just no way. Like this is where we are gonna be in the maneuver, and this is like where it is gonna be. So can we burn on the other side and try to catch up to it? That's like another question. Oh, these are getting closer. Haha. Now this is not the way that you want to do this. This is definitely yeah, dude, with this speed we can almost escape Kerbal's sphere of influence. Look at that, with this speed we would crash into the sun. Yeah, that's not the way you want to do this, fuck no. Oh my brain. Why have you done this to me? We're only like 600 meters away when we like the separation between our ships. You know what? You know, warp me over here. I want to see what happens. Like, it seems to me that we should be close. Look at this. Nah, it's just ever so slightly faster than us. Huh. Yeah, that's a real bummer. Can we see it? Where is it? It's like over there and up. Should be somewhere. That's Minmus. Let's not mistake them. It should be some. I think they're too far away to like become visible because they're just a ship. Let's go around. I wonder what will happen, you know, when they get close in. I don't think not sure if like it counts the acceleration if we're not focused on them. That's what I am uncertain. But although if we were like at one speed, it might. Okay, so now it is in the atmosphere, and it's like somewhere over there. We might not even see it because of the planet. We might hear the explosions though. Man, this mission is just like wishful thinking from the start. No, it's not changing, interestingly enough. So it does mean that it's not calculating the atmosphere. It's not calculating the atmosphere when you're not focused on it. So this might give me an idea of how like to abuse this, but it's like really bad. Like I'm thinking, what if we put the periapsis like very low, like below 10,000 meters, and just, you know, not focus and just focus on it when it gets there. Like it will have like the full speed, but it will be at like 10,000 meter. Will like burn to a crisp like instantaneously. I'm not sure. Not sure, but right now, you know, nothing is happening. Revert flight. Yeah, it's not. My plan for a daring rescue operation is just gonna be delayed. It's there's just no way to encounter this ship. It's way too complicated maneuvers for my level. Like I would need to watch several tutorials to get this locked down before I would be able to do this. And like I just don't want to do it just for the sake of it. Like I also want to like do it and, you know, for you guys to sort of like understand it and learn something from it. But we did learn something from it. Fucking put solar panels and everywhere. Don't make this. Like if we just had a little bit more electrical charge, you know, we could have just orient the ship the right way and we would have survived. As simple as that. But no. Why would you put solar panels over here, you know? That's just beyond me. Another thing we could have done is like we could have kept this other part of the ship that did have the solar panels and try to have Bob push against the much more gigantic ship, which would have meant that would have needed a lot more time to like push it in order to slow it down. That's number one. And number two, would have had like much bigger ship that we had needed to slow down, but we would have had power. We could have oriented it the right way from the get-go. We're just gonna let this mission run its course. Whatever happens, happens. At this point, it's in the hand of the Kraken, and there's nothing I can do about it. It will keep going in and around. I have some hope that maybe through this like very thin aero braking, we can like get it like to slow down enough after like many passings that maybe we are able to land it safely without it burning out. But that's I do believe that that is just wishful thinking at this point. So just take me home, Bob. Linena, Bob, I'm very sorry. Also have to keep in mind that fucking Jebediah is coming back home soon, so we don't want to keep focused on these missions for like too long and miss Jeb. His mission is way more important. although this actually has more science on board, so you know, the principle upon which I'm considering his mission more important than mine are a little bit arbitrary. Hey, you're gonna pass the space center, aren't you guys happy? Yeah, you should be. It's probably the last time you'll ever see it alive. Oh boy. Hmm. Yeah, man, just go straight as a bullet. What could possibly go wrong? Even with a little bit of rotation. That's the spirit right there. Look at that. It's just over there, dude. You can probably see it from over here. Almost. If it didn't like wobble again. It's right over there, dude. If I could just like poop and get over there, that would be a happy camper. But no, that's just not gonna happen, bro. That is so not gonna happen. Oh my lord, how many more passings will it need to slow down? It is like, you know, it's driving me nuts on my patience. How long is gonna be? Well, you know, at least we're not burning up. Hey, that's progress. Given enough time, we will just land this, right? And we go again, and we go back. We need to keep an eye on this thing coming from over here. Still has a long way to go. It had like 15 days last time I checked, but you know, 15 days pass fast um, when you're slowly accelerating towards the planet. 50 minutes, dude. I also need to like reset my recording and stuff. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, all things considered, it doesn't seem to be hitting as bad as before. You know, like when we passed the first time, it almost exploded, and now it still overheats, but not as you know dangerously as before. But the thing is that hmm, I'm not sure. Maybe this will work. Maybe you know I'm just way too pessimistic, and my actual logical brain has done the right thing, and this mission will actually work, and will be able to actually survive it. But I'm I'm just trying to be realistic, and you know I'm just mad at myself for allowing such like basic errors to be on board of my ship. Whoa, alright, slow your roll. Be ready for another go in the atmosphere. Okay, let me just like quickly reset my recording. Alright, and we're back with another passing through the atmosphere. Yeah, we did slow down our speed from like 3200. We are now only at like 3080. So with each pass we are slowing down, but with each pass we're getting deeper in the atmosphere. So that's like the you know the bad side you know of it. Eventually we will have to pass through the entire atmosphere at one sooner or later. We will have to go through that, and that's the point where I'm just like shitting my pants over. Right, we can go for another go over here while keeping an eye out for Jebediah. We could also be doing like more missions in this time, like instead of like just going around and around and around. You spin my hair right round. Such a bad time to sing this when you think about the lives of the Kerbals on board, not to mention all the scientific data. Not trying to say that that's more important than the lives of the scientists and the tourists that are on board, but the amount of science that we have would allow us to further improve our space program to unprecedented heights. Hey, you can enjoy the view of again. How is it to be back into the atmosphere, knowing that every step you might just burn forever? And that must feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the ticket. Hey, how are you slowing down? Dun, dun, we are slowing down ever so slowly, a little more down, something, I don't know. Trying to just cover up the time over here. It's pretty late and I'm getting pretty bored with this. Get me to the space center for a second over here. I want to check things out. You know, check out how much Jebediah has until he gets there. Check out missions. Ferry VIP safely. How about you go eat a dick? How about that? I mean, there are just orbit around Kerbins. Like, how can you even refuse that? Fine, we'll do it. At this point, it's insulting, dude. Rescue Fanning Kermin from an orbit of Minmus. Oh my, no, I don't want these missions. Please, just don't do me dirty. Wait, science data from space around Kerbin. We can do that on the Jebediah ship. Yeah, let's just go and get that taken care of while we can. How much does this have until periapsis? 7 days. Okay. So that means that we can do like 5 or 6 more passings with that thing before we can do that. Okay, it's very round. Just transmit this. Finish the mission. There you go. Very good. Yes, I am so impressed by your capabilities to complete like the most mundane task. I also love how the fact that, you know, as soon as Norlion was told about the fact that he can get um, Kerbals on EVAs and they can collect additional science by doing EVA reports, he immediately forgot about it. I don't. I think he doesn't know that the Kerbals have jetpacks and you can control them that way, which is something that you really must learn before you start going in space in this game. You must learn that Kerbals have jetpacks and, you know, how to control them. It's not that difficult. You saw me doing it, and it's definitely an important skill in the life of an astro Kerbonaut, whatever you wanna call him. Okay, preparing in for another passing. I'm not sure why I insist on recording each passing at this point. Like, it's like I want to prove to myself as well to the people around on the internet that the way I do it is wrong, and even if I doubt myself, I am still able to do it. You know, it might be hard to, you know, wrap your hand around what I just said, but trust me, that's what I feel. Okay, here we go again. Up and around. Thing is that as the epilepsy gets lower and lower, we are going to take less time to get to it and make another passing. So we can make like probably even more than 7 passings until Jebediah. Oh, very careful. You really don't want to go through that. Some can get like very bad physics things happen if you like time warp to insanity, especially when going through like atmospheres and stuff. Well, also like running out of patience, dude. So fucking spare me. Yeah, it is going down. And the periapsis is not going down as much as you might expect. It's also like rising at certain points. Ah, I know. While we are pointed down, because we are aerodynamic, we are like sort of like accelerating. That's pretty funny, man. That's just like a cruel joke. All right, here we go up again, and this will just take a little bit. You know, it reminds me of the first moon mission of my friend, who did exactly just that. Couldn't like get it low enough without burning, so he had to do like a very shallow entry, which made him go 4 or 5 times until he eventually slowed down enough. Now this is obviously this is even more than 5 times. We have no power at all, so and we cannot keep the heat shield on the proper side, so therefore we need to go even shallower than he did, but it's for a good cause, man. We are below 3 million meters with our apoapsis, so in just 6 more passings we might have an apoapsis that is like a reasonable orbit. Yeah, I love watching this, man. It's like eternal dance. Again, as I said, I know that we could have done other mission in this time. Other missions, probably. But like, let's just assume for the sake of the argument that everyone is so tense with like both waiting for this rescue and waiting for Jebediah. Let's just say that just police has come up and locked down our space program until the VIP is rescued, or until we know the fate of the VIP and the scientist. Let's say that somehow rumors have spread that this mission was a failure, a catastrophic failure that would result in disaster, and because of that, protests have erupted on Kerbin, and drawing funds from the space program, probably putting it under lockdown, and everyone is just waiting, with their breaths held as each passing of the ship through the atmosphere slowly slows it down and brings it closer to the eventual rescue. How is it like right now? Still 58,000, man. Yup. And whoop-de-doo. Hey. Bullet preparing for re-entry, sir. Oh, that's some spicy meatball right over there. Alright, here we go again. Come on, let's do this. Come on. How is our periapsis looking as we go down? Yeah, this is the thing, that while we slow down, it's not just this, that the apoapsis is going down, but also our periapsis is going down, meaning that we go even deeper in the atmosphere, meaning that we will slow down even more with each passing, and putting us at even greater risk of overburning. Once you pass it, it doesn't slow down as much. This is what I notice. Like, almost not at all. Might also be because I'm time warping, and maybe it doesn't refill the full effect. But the thing is that this, like, all the way to like 4 time, this is like physical time acceleration, which takes it takes acceleration into account as well, unlike like this time acceleration, which can only be used while you are not being accelerated in any way, shape, or form. Lovely how you see like the altitude going down and you don't see the planet, only for it to be behind you and just like smash in the face. Happened with the moon, man. I'm telling you, when I had that flyby of the moon, when I didn't even have the tracking station upgraded and I couldn't see the orbits being formed. Nice memories, but probably not very pleasant memories for Jebediah or whoever was on board then. Look at this. The periapsis is rising. We are so aerodynamic that we are gaining altitude while we are going down in some weird twist of fate that I'm just like at this point cursing my fate for getting into this bullshit. Oh my god. How many more times are we gonna go in this dance around Kerbin? Well, I don't know, but here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna skip the recording towards the point where something interesting happens. Whether that's Jebediah coming home, or whether this ship coming home, or this ship exploding, we're gonna see. But I think it will be better for both sides if we skip this song and dance at this point. Let me quick save, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright. So, after going around the planet for fucking more times than I can remember, I mean, you can see the days, although now the orbit is like way smaller and it takes way less time to go around. But yeah, after like, I don't know, 10, maybe 20 orbits, we are almost close to landing. Like, nothing has happened. I have not cheated or anything like that. If you might think about it, we simply went around and around and around over and over again. And boy, oh boy, am I glad that Kerbals don't need food and water and oxygen to survive. Otherwise, these guys would have been long dead. Well, now, to be fair, Jebediah's mission has been longer actually, and he's still on his way. But yeah, we are almost able to slow down back into the atmosphere. I think we might need one more orbit, but I'm not sure. This one is really going down. And yeah, it's the fact that we're going down like a bullet is the really annoying part, because it does make us to like, it does somehow like accelerate us a little bit whenever we are at like the periapsis point. We don't just go down. But oh boy, it's heating up now. Yeah, we are definitely getting in the thick of it. Oh, I think this is definitely going to be the one that lands. We are not gonna go up for another one. So despite my you know initial disappointments, it seems that we might be able to save these missions beyond my imagination. Now, the thing that I actually am going to be mostly mad about, to be totally fair and honest, is that since we only have these two parachutes, I don't think it will slow us down enough, and I think we might lose the science module on impact with the ground, which is a damn shame. I mean, we endured this slow going around the atmosphere for so much time that I'm like, I just, you know having to go through this um to like to lose the science module after all this time is just really bumming me out. But yeah, this is like the gentlest re-entry you could possibly have. The fact that we're going down like kind of like as a bullet is also giving us lift in some a little bit, so the periapsis is not slowing down as much. Now it does make us being exposed with this part in the thicker part of the atmosphere, the highest speed, and it's very very close to the limit, the overheating, which is really still trembling me. But I'm happy that we've got to this point. Even so, if we fail the mission, then it's like just what I have expected. It'd be beyond my expectation if we actually manage to survive in this mission, not if we fail it. So that's why I am. Yeah, it's so close. Please don't blow up, probe. We've been through so much on this. Don't do me dirty like this. But yeah, it's just like too much speed. Just if we could slow down just a little bit somehow. Whenever we are like wobbling away from the tip, we are like not hitting as much. Yeah, we're definitely going down on this one. This is like the thing that announces us that there is no coming back. Come on, just keep the tip away. Just keep the tip protected. Something blew up, but it was not the probe. So As long as that stays attached, nothing else matters. What did blow up? Was it, I think, a mystery goo container? Probably. Yeah, most definitely. This one is still here and still able. But we did collect all the data on it, so as long as the crew hash survives, we have all the scientific data. So I'm not afraid about... Oh yeah, so definitely I'm not afraid about losing the Science Junior. What am I talking about? All the data is in the crew hatch. That must survive at all costs. But for that to survive, this must survive at all costs. And goddamn, it's really, really annoying. Should we like extend this antenna? Maybe it like gives us a little bit of extra drag? I think that might have been a wrong idea, actually. Come on, you son of a bitch! I'm almost crying. This is so close to being a success, beyond any reasonable doubt. No, we lost it. Yeah, that is exactly what we didn't want to lose. There goes the parachute. So, you know, we might lose a bunch of other shit, but that doesn't matter anymore. The problem is that we lost the main parachute because we lost the main probe. God damn you, Moon! God damn you! Ah, we were so close. Close but no cigar, how some people might say it. Something else is gonna blow up soon. Alright. Guess, yeah, the thermometers, the barometers, the fucking heat shield. Oh, the Science Junior exploded and the heat shield was beneath it. So there goes that. Man, what a flaming ball. Antenna, okay, that broke off as well. Oh boy. Now the thing is that this is gonna survive, but it's not going to be able to land. This drogue chute is not enough to slow it down. And this thing cannot survive a 50 meters per second impact under no circumstances. Like, my final hope, like, okay, we lost this, whatever. My final hope is that somehow this will slow down the descent on impact enough so that the crew hatch survives, so you can recover the data. There's no way you could have transmitted the science anyway, unless we have done it like way before. Like at this point there's no way you can do it. And yeah, we are getting the thicker part, but we are also slowing down significantly, and now we should be safe. Still going down like a bullet, so yeah. It's looking pretty bad for this crew cabin. Oh, must be hot ass shit in there. There goes the tourist. Yeah, nothing else we can do there. And now this survived, and it finally points the right way. But yeah, that is the parachute right there. If somehow we could grab it and reattach it on our tip, we would be fine, but no, it's just not going to happen. We're just gonna go down, we're gonna splatter across the surface. I don't think there's any surface that we can land on that would allow us to survive. You know what, you might think that okay, maybe you land on water or something. We are on land, amazingly enough. Or maybe if you use like the aerodynamics some way to like slow ourselves down. We're gonna get to like 30 meters per second maybe when we will reach like impact. Like at this point here, here's what I'm thinking. Gonna quick save. Maybe I can get Bob to survive by having him jump from the ship at the last moment. You know, kind of like those Mythbuster things where he jumps off from the elevator at the last moment. Okay, Bob, are you ready? Ship is very hot. Uh, he's very hot himself. No, no, no. Bob, no. Holy fuck, he survived. Bang! Bob made it! Bob made it, everyone! Can you fucking believe this? This fucking guy is a superhuman. He is a superhero. He made it. His ship, his costume is like high as fuck. But I mean, hot as fuck. But he survived a 40 meters per second impact with the Earth. I have to plant a flag on this. Like, in the memory of Bob the Super Kerbal. He survived an impact of 40 meters per second and lived to tell the tale with all the science. Dude, I'm blown out of my mind. There's nothing else that I can say at this point. Just recover the vessel, which is Bob, and yeah, we did it. We did it, you know, in quotation marks. We did fail the mission. That will be a strong penalty. I mean, a strong reputation hit because we lost uh, the tourist. But damn, look at that experience gain and look at that science gain. Can get like finally finish up miniaturization, precision engineering, very good. And we can get like one more thing over here, and I think I will get just advanced landing. So now we should have all the technology that we need to make like, you know, very solid basic planes over here. And yeah, through some miracle, Bob survived and got all the science back. So, you know, there is massive celebrations back at the Kerbal Space Center to celebrate this day that will remain in history. The mission was a failure, the tourists died, but Bob survived. I'm I, I I'm out of words. That guy is a god right now in my in my mind, and it just like surpasses everyone, even Jebediah and Valentina. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Sorry for like the extremely extended episodes, but they are, you know, I hope they're worth the watch. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time what they're going to make. Bye bye.